Boom, we're live on the internet. Yay.
Yay. Yay.
All right, so quickly, the camera's on you. Everybody has been asking for you to come on, and you're here. It's
I'm
real.
Finally on. It's real. It's happening. This is happening right now, isn't it?
This isn't fake. This is not, he can send me a video recording. We're all good. Let's see here. Okay. Guys, is everything good quality-wise? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, make sure everything's in Team Crispy HD quality.
Oh, yeah. It's all about the crispiness. Here's a sneak peek at the first setup that we're going to show. So that's awesome. Yeah, let's see. All the shots seem good. Good. All right, so just waiting for people to
join in here.
Yeah, confirm that everything is good. By the way, guys, I'm doing something. I'm going to try to do this every month. I'm going to give away 2 $25 gift cards. I think it's live now, the link down below. I'm going to try to do this at least once a month because people seem to like when I do giveaways. So that's what I'm doing.
Giveaways are the best.
Oh yeah, and I think you're doing a giveaway right now because of,
I am.
Yeah, something special, 250K. No big deal.
No biggie there.
Yeah, and I'm sure everyone has seen that. I saw your tweet has like 4,000 retweets already. So
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I think you guys already know about that. But let's see. Yeah. Well, his camera. All right. So his microphone sounds perfect. The camera is not like full HD as normal, but it's okay because his microphone's good, which means that Skype isn't going to be a bitch. Hopefully.
Is it? Let me investigate. Let me see if my webcam's dirty. You know what? It might be dirty. You know what might fix this? A microfiber. I'm gonna go and get a microfiber. Give me 5 seconds.
Okay. All right. So let's see. So all right. Hopefully that does something, but I think it is maybe the quality, something like that. Let's see. Let's watch this in real time, guys.
Right, here we go. Let's see.
Right. Moment of truth.
Anticlimactic here right now. Right, let's give that a little wipey. Oh, right. What's that looking like now? Is that a little bit better or not?
To me, I mean, the camera looks good. I think it's just Skype being a little bit of a bitch. But
is it right? Okay.
Yeah, but your microphone sounds great, so it's not really a big deal,
Yeah, the microphone sounds. I can get nice up and close on that if you want.
Oof. My ears are tingling right now. This feels good. All right, let's see. People are saying, let's see. What do you guys think? Does it look good now? Let's see.
You don't really want to see my ugly mug anyway, do you? It's fine. I'm sure Matt can pull off some good looks on this stream, guys. Yeah, you don't have to see me all the time.
Yeah, no, we'll just keep it on the setups. That's what people want to see, right? Let's see. Okay, good. He's not out of focus. I don't know. Do you have the Logitech app on your computer?
Yeah, let me. Oh, this is my new computer. Isn't it?
Oh yeah, how is that?
This is brand new, so it's got no software on it. I literally installed Skype on it, and the webcam was working. I look to be in focus on my side. I really do think it's your Skype connection, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I think too. But
if I pull me, I'm ridiculously clean, like quality on my side, like on my Skype preview. Mm-hmm. So I think it is just Skype being Skype.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
And then we have the internet just being the internet, complaining that it's blurry and stuff. It's like, no, that's Skype, guys. It's not anything Skype. You could do. Yeah.
Bear in mind, I am also in the UK, and you are where you are. We're not close.
Yeah. So I'm in New York, so it's a little bit of ways away. No biggie.
Wait, Pimp My Setup has a website? I did not know this.
Well, yeah, nothing crazy, just a little something.
Okay. Just a little something put together. That's nice.
That's
nice.
We're
live now. It gives me the link and everything. This is good.
Magic.
This is exactly what I want. Right, I can watch the stream back.
Yes, in HD. The chat, see what everyone's saying. All right, let's see. I'm just doing one last thing, guys, and then we're gonna get started here. Let's see. This retweet. Put this here. Okay. So again, guys, giveaway is live. I just confirmed that. So click the link down below. And
what we're giving away? What are we giving away, Matt? What's going on?
I'm just giving away 2 $25 gift cards, Steam or
Amazon. Oh, right, okay. I have 2 cheeky little gift cards. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do these monthly to get people hyped. So I think
that's good. Yeah. Free stuff is always good, no matter what it is. Free stuff is always good.
I will definitely agree with that. All right, so let's see. This shot is good. Okay, guys, we are gonna get started here. I don't know if you remember, where we do the intro and I'm like, oh, you know, the show starts, and then you have to say now.
Yeah, I remember. I
Yeah,
remember
you had
this.
the
I
ham
remember
horn
this.
and everything.
Yeah. I remember that.
All right, so let's see. All right, so I'm gonna start recording. All right, guys, get ready. It's time. Whew, here we go. Actually, what is today? Oh, the 16th. I almost said the 15th. Here we go.
Yeah, we're the 16th today, right?
All right. On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
right now.
Boom. Perfect.
Boom. Right. There we go.
So now we are going to get into the actual show. Let me make sure I have the notes up. And guys, there's only 6 setups, but they are pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. So we have a lot to talk about.
There's some nice pieces in here, yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 56, recorded live on October 16th, 2015. My name is Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at MattPhilly.
My name is Alex, and you can find me at marsbar.co.uk.
Boom. See, it's been a while, but you still got it. You still know exactly how to do it.
Still got it.
Yeah.
Still got it.
See, that's perfect. All right. So, guys, quickly before we get into the rest of the show, there's going to be a link down below. You can enter it to win. It's a giveaway. I'm giving these out probably monthly, so just click that out down below, and that's it. Nothing crazy about that. But let's talk about setups because there's only 6 in this episode, but these 6 setups are pretty intense compared to previous setups.
There's a lot going on, isn't there? There's a lot going on.
Yeah. So let's get into the first one. The first one is submitted by Amir. I'm terrible with names, but it's something along the lines of that. Would you say that Amir?
Yeah, I'm just looking at that actually. I didn't have a chance to ponder over that earlier. Amir. Yeah,
something like that.
Something like that. We apologize if we get that wrong, but yeah.
So I like to play a little game where we guess how old the person is. So based on the setup, how old do you think he is?
I'm thinking this guy is 17, maybe 18.
1738. Ah, damn it. I got
1738.
He's actually 20 years old. So kind of close.
Okay.
Not too bad. So taking a look at this setup is dope because if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, I never really got super into it, but if you are, I mean, this is like perfect. It's like
it was the first thing I noticed when I saw the picture, definitely.
Yeah.
Matt,
so
definitely.
Taking a look at this overall, knowing he's 20, what do you have to say about it?
What I have to say about it is personality is on point. I forget what I rated this for personality, but looking at this now, like this thing pops with character. It's so vibrant. Obviously, we've got the posters and then the full screen wallpaper. I don't know what size that thing has to be, that wallpaper to spread across all those screens there.
Yeah.
But this thing just pops personality. I mean, he's got I don't know technically what you call them, but he's even got like the little orbs under the screens right there, as you can see.
Yeah, I think they're actually Dragon Balls.
Yeah, they've got all the Dragon Balls under the screen. Dragon Ball.
Yeah, makes sense.
This thing oozes personality, Matt. I'm sure you agree.
Yeah.
This is top notch. This is very good, and I'm assuming that key has something to do above the door.
Yeah, that's actually Kingdom Hearts.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't fit Dragon Ball Z, but I think the rest of his room probably has to do with like Kingdom Hearts and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. So he's loving having a personality to his setup, which obviously I really like. Personality on a setup, making it your own. That's what it's all about, in my opinion.
Yeah, because if there's no personality, then it's not your setup. You know, who
exactly.
It could be anyone's.
You can copy someone else's setup, and yeah, it is all about the personality, and then comes all the other boring things like cable management and getting everything else perfect. But the personality, he's nailed it. He's nailed it. Bravo, my friend. Kudos for that.
Yeah, and speaking of like copying setups and things like that, we see that way too often. Everyone copies like the big YouTubers. I know there's a lot of people out there that look at yours and instead of being inspired by the way you set everything up, you know, the skull on top and whatnot, I've seen so many people like, okay, I need to get that exact skull. I need to put it right above my monitors. I need to get an ultra wide in the middle. And it's like, you know, make it yours. Don't make it where anyone could be sitting in front of the computer. Make it where it's like, only you are going to sit in front of that computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I totally respect if someone's inspired by someone and they want to have fair enough. But I get that many tweets like, Alex, what monitors have you got? Can you send me a link to the actual monitors? And I'm like, look, dude, go and have a look. There's so many monitors out there. So many monitors you can choose from. Choose one that you like. Like, it doesn't have to be mine. You know what I mean? Like, people need to people need to have a choice as to why they pick up a different product for their setup.
Yep.
You know, do they like the ergonomics of the mouse, or are they just doing it because a YouTuber has it? If that makes sense, like.
Yeah.
Actually,
Be
get products that
you.
you want in your
Yep.
setup. Make it yours.
Yeah.
That is the key for a
100%.
good setup.
100%. So with that in mind, because we already talked about personality in the setup, it's perfect. He's got it. He nailed it on the head. What are your thoughts on basically everything else in terms of accessories, like the placement of the middle speaker? Do you think that it's good that it's there? Would you like it lower? What do you think about the printer being there? Do you think that he made use of the space?
I think he has made use of the space incredibly. Since you've told me he's 21, that's changed my thoughts on it, actually.
Yeah.
The reason behind that is because I was thinking, who uses a printer nowadays? I was thinking, who has an awesome gaming setup like that and then prints things off? But then I thought, you know, you've said he's 21. He might have a job where he does need to print things off. He needs to print off important documents. So that exactly college work. So that printer may be vital for him in his line of work or in his education. So if his printer up and center right where he needs it, that's absolutely perfect. Now he's got a mic stand, which is absolutely great. So his mic's not, you know, like on the desk like mine is.
Yeah.
If he's not using it, he can push it. He can just push it back on his arm, and then if he needs it, he can just pull it straight down. Absolutely perfect. It's the best way to go. Instead of having to, you know, hide your little monitor stud microphone like underneath your monitors or whatever. Having it on an arm, much better. So kudos for that. Mouse looks like a wireless mouse. I can't really see what mouse it is.
Yeah, I don't see any wires, so I would assume.
But I don't see any wires, so that is what I'm really digging about this setup. 42-inch TV I'm looking like up there. Not sure if it's the way he's taken the photo. It looks a little bit. No, I think it looks a little off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you know, I think it is the way he's taking his photo. I'm assuming is, you know, he's gone to the lengths to have a setup like that. I'm sure he's not gonna let his TV spoil it by being off. Headsets mounted on the wall, great place to have them instead of cluttered all over your desk there. Speaker placements, you know, he's working with the desk that he's got. His speakers would be better to be a little bit further out, either side of the monitors, either side there. But obviously, you know, you can see he's got his desk all the way up to the sidewall and all the way up to the door frame. He's maximised the space the best he can. But if I was to give him some feedback, try and move those two little speakers, the two satellite ones, your left and right's at the front. Try and put those somewhere else, not where they are now.
Yeah.
It's hard. You see, he can't really do it. He's done what he can with his space. Center speaker's absolutely fine. He's got his webcam popping up above that. Other than that, this setup pops, man. I love it. I love it. I love this setup. Cable management on the second picture we've got there. He's got a little subwoofer and his computer's sideways, hiding the cables.
That's actually man. Something I would talk about. One of my only complaints about this setup, because, you know, I love it, but I think that the PC maybe isn't in the best spot. If anything, I get that he wants to show the window, but I would rotate it so that you have more leg space, because some of the most important space is where your feet is. If you're not comfortable, then why even bother? You know what I mean?
If you're squashed up to the side, or you have to move your own body to make way to, you know, to sit a game at your setup. That's not ideal. That's not really what you want. You want to be able to sit there nice and comfortable. I mean, even if you look at mine, I've got a back massager on my chair. Like, this is the lengths that I'm going to be comfortable when I'm gaming. You know what I mean? Like, you need to have space for your feet. Now, I'm sure he could put his feet in between his sub and his computer, but that is something he'd have to think about every time he was sitting down.
Don't
like,
sacrifice it.
Get on his chair.
Exactly.
So he needs to, try and I don't know, maybe tilt it forward like a normal computer. If that makes sense.
Yeah, he just wants to show off the LEDs and the fan, I'm sure, which I get it. It's dope. It's an awesome part of the computer, but is it really worth the sacrificing of comfort? I don't think so. You know.
No, I don't either. I agree with you.
Unless you're a midget and your legs don't even touch the floor, you don't have. You wouldn't have anything to worry about. But
exactly.
So maybe if that's the case, I'm sorry for making assumptions. But anyways, let's go to the next setup. Next setup is submitted by Edwin, and Edwin has been on the show previously. And actually, how old do you think he is? Because I don't know if you're gonna guess old or young for this one, because it's kind of in the middle, I would think.
This is tricky because he's got a triple monitor setup. I'm trying to judge on the size of that. It looks like some sort of that Bulls shirts on the side there.
Yeah, like the jacket kind of thing.
Yeah, the jacket thing. He looks like a fairly small guy. So, on the assumption of that, this is tricky, man. This is tricky.
Oh
This
yeah,
could
for sure, for sure.
this setup could be anyone's. Like you could be 25 and have this thing, or you could be 15 and have this thing, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I am gonna go with 16.
He's 54. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what?
He's only 17. So yeah, you were actually really close. So
Right,
I just
okay,
wanted
I
to
was
kind of
pretty
like play a
close.
trick, be like, is he really young? Is he really old? But yeah, this is a very interesting setup overall. And he basically said, let's see. Well, actually, he didn't really say anything. He just said this is like his updated setup. And actually, if we scroll in, zoom in on the middle there, you can see what his older setup looked like when it was on the show previously.
Ah, right. I didn't see that.
Which
So
that
look.
is a very good idea. If you submit to the show for your second time, put your setup on the monitor so we could see it again. So you can see he actually shifted to the opposite wall, so on and so forth. But it looks like the desk went from, a single monitor to all of a sudden he's got all of these things on there. And that's actually my first question for you. Do you think that it's just insanely crowded, way too much going on?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I really do think if you're going for a triple monitor setup, you need to have a because I think if you're going for a triple monitor.
Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. He cut out. It's hasn't dropped. Oh, there we go. It just dropped the call. Okay. Let me clap real quick. That way I can edit this. It's trying to call him back, so let's see what happens. Just gotta wait. It's calling him. Sorry, guys. Just give me a second. So it was Skype, so that's a thing. Just waiting for him. Bum, 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 bum. I'm just gonna awkwardly sit here. By the way, if you didn't enter the giveaway yet, link is down below. It is now active. You can go ahead and enter while we wait for Mr. Mars Bar to hop back on. Let me end this and try to call back. Okay, maybe that will help. Ringing. Ringing. I'm still live though, right, guys? Type 1, 2, 3 if I'm still live. So at least we know it's not on my end. I don't think it's on my end. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just sitting here like, okay, hello everybody. Lick the mic. Damn it, you're back. The same guy. It's still ringing. Trying, guys, trying. Have any questions? Oh, there we go.
Are we back, Matt?
Yeah, we're
Are
back.
we back?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Just waiting for your
Oh,
there we go. Yeah.
I'm using Tesco Wi-Fi.
Okay. I was gonna say, hold on.
Matthew.
Let's see.
I can't hear you, Matt.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, Matthew, I've lost you, man.
Can you hear me now?
I've got you back. I've got you
Okay,
back,
cool.
Matt. I can hear you.
Okay,
I've got
cool.
you.
Cool.
Got you.
Okay.
Back. Tesco Wi-Fi says the chat.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Okay. You actually look better too.
Do I?
Yeah.
Maybe this was fate. Matt. Maybe this was meant to happen.
I hope that's the case. Actually, no. You actually look a lot better now. The quality looks really good.
Do I?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Right.
Guys in the chat, let us know. That way we can resume the show, and we'll wait like a minute or two just in case it happens again. All right, let's see. It'll take like 30 seconds to catch up to them. Oh yeah, see, someone just said better webcam.
Better webcam. Beautiful. That's what we want. That's what we want, Matt.
Yeah, this is good. Okay, yeah, people are saying webcam's fixed. Cool. All right. What was I asking you? I completely forget.
We were talking, Matt, about triple monitor setups, right?
Okay. All right. Yes.
And I was explaining before we got rudely interrupted by the Tesco Wi-Fi of when you're going for a triple monitor setup, you're trying to emulate a curved screen. Would you agree with that? That you want that curve. That is the ergonomic curve of a triple monitor setup.
Exactly.
So the only way you're going to get that is if you get an ultra long desk like mine is, If you see my setup, it's really long. My desk is that long. I've got to have an anchor in the middle of it to support it to the wall. Or you get a corner desk.
Yeah.
Right now, this is a small little desk here, and he's tried to cram 3 monitors on here. Now his monitor riser, the stands for his monitors are actually coming off the monitor riser.
Yep.
Now the way to get around this, if he didn't want to get a bigger desk, he didn't have the funding to get a bigger desk, or he just doesn't want to get a new desk, the way to get around this or make this look a lot cleaner and better is to get those screens mounted to the wall with arms. Again, like mine is.
Yep.
Because then people will come in there and they won't see that the actual monitor stands are overhanging on the monitor riser, and it'll honestly make the whole thing look a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And then those little items that you've got between the monitor stands, you can spread all those out because your stands won't be there for the monitors. Your monitors will be anchored to the wall. You can spread all of those little miscellaneous items out, your headphones, you can spread them all out. And it will look a lot cleaner. So that will be my feedback for this setup, and move that left speaker into its normal place. It's giving me massive OCD.
You know what's even funnier though? If you look, and this would be fixed if he did mount the monitors. He has the 2 candles right where the monitors are, bro. If you light those candles, you're like getting super close to lighting your monitors on fire. So I don't know if that's actually good. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. But I do agree, because I'm not even worried about visually how it looks. When I see the stand actually like over the
overlapping,
stand, that scares me, because one little tap on that desk and you are just so close to knocking those nice monitors off. No bueno. Do not do that. That is not good.
No.
Now, my other thing. Now I think you might agree with this, or maybe I'm crazy. The keyboard and mouse placement looks just confusing as all hell. The actual mouse is completely to the right side. I don't know if that's how it is always on the mouse pad, but especially the keyboard looks so off to the side and not comfortable. Maybe it's because of I don't know, he likes being off to the left side, but is it me or does that look really uncomfortable?
Honestly, Matt, this is literally a what are those for mouse and keyboard, because that's just not right, Matt. It's just not. What's going on there? The mouse mat, for one, is oversized for that desk. If he wants a mouse mat that size, he needs to get one of them long ones.
The extended, yeah.
He needs to get an extended mouse mat that goes underneath his keyboard. And I think that would really complement this setup, actually. If you got an extended mouse mat,
for sure,
bang across the middle of the desk, then he can get his keyboard bang center in the middle. He's got a massive surface area for his mouse to play on. Perfect. That's what he needs. He needs to get rid of that SteelSeries, that large SteelSeries mouse mat, and get an extended one to go along his desk.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I do like the monitor stand that he has. It's actually the IKEA Alex, I'm pretty sure. Or those are the drawers. I think that's the Alex add-on. So it's kind of funny how that works. But yeah, I definitely don't think that it's needed here, especially if you do mount the monitors, because it really, exactly what you said, you could put all the things under the monitors when they're hung up. So I think that also takes up a lot of valuable real estate. So I don't know. My other question to you though is, under the desk, what are your thoughts?
Right. Do we have a? Oh, we do have a second photo for that. Right. Okay. So, is this an IKEA desk, Matt? I know you're familiar with the IKEA furniture. Yeah. So, this is an IKEA desk. Does it include that little cable management bracket when you buy it, or has he gone to lengths to do that himself?
No, that's a Signum. He bought that himself. 10 buckaroos.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So I can kudos him for that then. He's attempting to cable manage, and he's done a good job, to be fair. I can't see the cables behind his monitors, although it looks like on that third monitor along, he's got a cable tie keeping the cables together. Now, if he was going to use a cable tie, use a black one, not a white one, because that just stands out like a sore thumb.
Yep.
But other than that, dude, move that freaking sub away from your computer. If you're playing loud music, that is not going to go down well for your computer, man. Your computer's going to be like, no. It's going to be shaking to pieces, man. It's going to fall apart. Move that sub away from the computer, man. That hurts me. You've done that. That's hurt me. I don't like that, man. Get it moved. Move it.
Yeah.
Okay? Move it to maybe the other side of the desk. You're going to have to figure out some other cable management method to do that, I know. But you can't have those two things right next to each other, man. You're going to be shaking the hell out of the internals of your computer. That is not good, dude.
And what do you think about the headphone
cable
holder?
Management is good. Cable management is good. He's got his headphone stand there. I'm liking the underneath of that. I think he's done well, Matt. What's your thoughts on that one?
Well, I don't even know, like, is that like fake Legos that are holding that up? You know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking. It doesn't look like something you can buy, does it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. If it's custom made, then that's really cool. If
It's pretty dope, to be fair.
yeah, if it's not, tell me where to get that because I want to check that out. It's
pretty
pretty
cool.
interesting. Yeah. And last question that I wanted to ask you, because I mean we basically went over everything, is what do you think about setups that have these crazy wallpapers? Like not even computer wallpapers, but literally his wall, that like desert kind of looking thing. What do you think about setups that have that?
Right, okay. So I was gonna say right off the bat, it's not for me. It's not something that I would do. But saying that, I think in some circumstances, in
Something
some
like
cases,
that, yeah.
it does work. You can pull it off. With this, I'm looking at the road on this, right? It would be really cool if he had his desk like
In the
in
center.
the middle
Yeah.
of the road, if that makes sense. I think that would work. I mean, I can't see the rest of the room, so I don't know. Maybe the room's like a small, really boring room, and the reason he's got that wallpaper is to spice things up a bit. But if the room is generally, like quite a nice, big, airy room, then there's no need. There's no need, man. I like color. I like plain color. Like these wallpapered things aren't really my style, but I think if you can pull it off, it works. But in this setup, I don't know if it works or not, Matt. I don't know. I
Well,
don't know if it works.
it's
What do you think?
funny. The reason I said that is specifically because of the next setup. This setup is just way too much for me, and it's mainly because of that wallpaper. Like,
It's wavy, Matt. It's one wavy thing.
like what even is that? And that's another what are those moment, because
It is.
like what's happening there, and I think that completely takes away from the whole setup overall. But before we get into that, let me say his name is Lewis, and he's also from the UK. Let's see a little bit more about him. He also just picked up an IKEA Signum. I actually talk about Signums a lot because they're $10 and cable management gets really good. So that's awesome that he got that. But with that in mind, how old do you think he is?
15.
15. He's 22.
Wow. Mate, for a 22-year-old, oh, I've just face palmed. For a 22-year-old, you've gone through 22 years of your life and you still don't know how to properly position your speakers.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
like my number. Like, besides the wallpaper, that's my next thing that I just look at and I just don't understand, because not only is it bad for your speakers, but you're like actually utilizing the monitors properly. Isn't that kind of a pain in the ass?
Oh no, Matt. If he was 15, maybe, we could say, look, mate, you've made a mistake. Please move your speakers. He's 22.
Yeah.
Speakers don't go like that. Speakers aren't meant to be positioned like that. I mean, this guy might use a headset when he's gaming, but I can't see one anywhere. I'm assuming he primarily uses these speakers. Dude, put your monitors together and put those speakers either side of the monitors. It will make this thing so much nicer.
Oh, yeah.
So much nicer. Trust me on that. Just try it, man. Just try it.
Yeah. And another thing that I always talk about is when you have two monitors, you want to kind of, and this doesn't really go for two ultra wides because I have two ultra wides. They're so damn big that it's the equivalent to having, 3-4 monitors. But
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, when you have two 16:9 monitors like he does, you need to either choose a primary, and by that I mean like take that Acer one, put it smack dab in the middle, and then have the other one on the left side kind of tilted at the right viewing angle. It just makes life a lot easier. You can put two of them, where the bezel's in the middle, but if you're a gamer, you usually don't like that. But I just think the monitor setup here is completely confusing, and I'm not a fan, especially with the monitor having a speaker to the side of it, and then the monitor, and then the speaker. That's not how it works.
Definitely. I mean, when I first saw this, I thought to myself, does he have a second PC plugged into that other monitor? And those two speakers are for that single computer setup, if it makes sense. But then I thought, no. He's got the same wallpaper on both. Those two screens are powered by that one computer, and the placement's just off.
Yeah, and it's not even like he uses, I mean, he may use just the left screen for the PlayStation, which in that case, it's like, oh, okay, but still, you're using it on one PC. it's confusing. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, definitely.
I do like the extended mouse mat here. I like the Corsair. Well, actually, he's got a Corsair K70 RGB
Yeah,
and then the
K70
Razer.
RGB, beautiful keyboard. So yeah, kudos for that.
Yeah.
Extended mouse mat again. I'm a huge fan of extended mouse mats if you've got the space. It's got a nice mouse going on.
Yep. So it's nice, but I think, and this is me kind of being a douche, the wallpaper just makes it look awful. That's just how I feel. Would you agree with that, or you know?
It's trippy. It really is.
Yeah.
It would look a lot more cleaner if that was something else. I mean, changing the wallpaper is a huge thing. I know it's a ball ache to do that. But if you could do that, if you could change the wallpaper, change the position of your speakers, change the position of your monitors, make it all a bit more, make the continuity just flow, you've got yourself a nice setup, man. You've got the gear to do it. Just engage brain.
Do it.
And you can make that thing cool, man. You can do it. I've got faith in you, man.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just do it, man.
All right, let's go to the next setup. Now, this setup is definitely different and a little bit confusing. Okay, well, let me just say, first off, his name's Michael. And how old do you think he is, just looking at the few pictures that he sent?
He's got a beastly PC. That thing looks cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
14.
14. He's 22.
Jesus.
So, all right.
Feel kind of bad, man. I feel bad.
Yeah. Michael is crying right now, but it's okay.
I'm sorry, Michael. I've never been a huge Star Wars fan.
Really?
Ever. Never. I've never, and the reason I've never been a huge Star Wars fan is because I've never really watched any of the films. I've never really gotten into it. So I've always assumed that it was something that younger kids were into, but that's clearly not the case.
No,
that's clearly not the case. I've learned something today, Matt. I've learned something today.
Well, there we go. There, nice. Yeah, a lot of people like Star Wars, especially people that grew up with it back in the 70s and whatnot.
Yeah, I appreciate that, definitely. Yeah, so it was a big thing back then.
Yeah, and I'm just going to quickly show the reason why this doesn't make sense to me. And this is what it is. It's the little indent in the wall that gives him like a little nook. And he has the poster there, but he doesn't utilize it. That is the perfect place to put your desk up against the wall and make that your little section. You see what I mean?
That would be cool. That's like a little getaway area, isn't it? To have his desk that way and have his little monitor in the middle, keyboard and mouse. He could make that thing look awesome.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me because he put himself in front of a window. Well, actually half a window, half a wall, which is even worse. And it just looks like he doesn't have enough room to do anything.
Definitely.
So, yeah, definitely confusing to say the least. Maybe there's a reasoning, but still his cable management isn't awful. Still a little bit of work could be done, but I think it's just a confusing layout. Now, what are your thoughts on it? Because I don't think you had that same thought process. What would you tell him to fix?
I honestly didn't have that same thought process. Again, the age has changed it for me, which I'm trying to think whether that's a good or a bad thing. I think it's more of a bad thing. However, what's that cable doing? That cable is creeping in the corner going up the wall. I'm not a fan of that. I'm assuming that might be an Ethernet cable. He might have
probably
Cat 60 his house up and he's got the Ethernet coming down from the wall. Get that thing in the wall to use power lines, my friend, because that is an eyesore. No. So that's your first thing to do. First thing to work on, get that cable gone, okay? Whatever it is, put it in the wall, move it, get it out of the sight of the setup. Because you've got a cool setup there. You don't want a big black cable coming in the way. That's your first thing.
Oh, yeah.
Second thing, Matt's obviously beat me to it. Put the desk, if you can, in that little alcove thing.
Yep.
It would look cool, wouldn't it, Matt? I think that would look really cool if it was in there.
Yeah, because why not? Like, I mean, I don't know why the house is even.
It would save
like
space in the room as well. That's the if you've got a small room, which obviously we can't see the room, but we could save space. And who doesn't want to save space?
Yeah, and I think that was probably supposed to be like a closet or something that was
like a wardrobe type thing that's gone there. Yeah, maybe.
So that's like perfect. Make that yours, and then you free up a lot of space in your room. I'm sure, especially like you were just saying, if it's a small room, that's ideal. Why would you not put yourself there? Because you're not even using that for anything. You literally have half your desk there, and then a guitar, and that's it. What's so special about that? You know. Nothing.
Definitely.
Now, my other question is, what about all the stuff on the desk? Do you think that's just like way too much?
For me, it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy's a fan. He's
Yeah.
even got a Star Wars poster up on the wall there. I don't know if you guys can see that thing.
Mm-hmm.
That poster looks awesome.
Oh yeah.
So this guy's a hardcore Star Wars fan. So that's cool, man. That's cool. He's got the wallpaper on the wall. He's got the wallpaper on his computer, which looks dope, by the way, dude. Don't know where you found that, but that thing looks really cool. And he's obviously got his figures on the desk. This guy's clearly a hardcore fan, and I'm not gonna come at someone that's a hardcore fan of something and say, move it out the way. We don't want, because if you want that, man, you go for it. But
Personality.
maybe there is a little bit too much. Maybe there is a little bit too much going on, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The little figure under the monitor, maybe that needs to go. Like you've designated 1/3 of your desk to figures. That's cool. But that little guy that's under the monitor, just put him with the others. put him back where he should be. You know what I mean? And then you can have you've got a clean view of your monitor, mouse and keyboard for your interacting with your PC. And then, the other 1/3 of your desk, you've got your awesome PC build, which, by the way, mine looks absolutely dope. Yeah. So kudos for that. That thing looks awesome. I'm assuming you built that yourself. That thing looks cool, man. But yeah, move that little figure under the desk to one side. Yeah. Because as I say, like personally, I wouldn't have figures like that on my desk. But he's a fan and he wants them there. That's why he's put them there. But just arrange them a little better.
Yeah,
just
for sure. Yeah, and I mean, if you do end up moving yourself into that other corner, maybe you could get shelves along the side wall to the left or even the right. Put the little figurines, get some pop vinyls, get a little bit more Star Wars, really sell the whole theme. Because like Alex was saying, if you love Star Wars, make it yours. It's all about personality. It's your setup. You do what you got to do. So yeah,
correct, man.
You have any final thoughts for Michael?
Other than that. Not really. Sort out that black cable that's coming down under the desk. Cable trunking runs really cheap. You can get it online. Cheeky bit of white cable trunking down the wall there. Put your wires in it. Make that thing look a lot better. Other than that, mate, this is a little pretty little uniform setup. I like it. Just do what we've told you. There's like 4 or 5 steps that me and Matt have told you there. Mm-hmm. You can make that thing look really cool, and you've got a dope ass PC. So.
Boom. Perfect.
Boom. Yeah.
All right. Next setup submitted by Marcus. And Marcus is how old?
Marcus. Right. I assume we've been going old now. We've been going in the 20s. So I'm going to assume this one's younger.
Maybe. I don't know.
Matt, why you do this to me, Matt? I'm going to assume this guy is, again, 16.
Guess what? He's 16.
Boom.
You did it. You got it. That has to happen at least once every episode.
It does.
You got it. Good job. Let's see. What did he say? He's from Germany. Let's see. He just talks about how he paid for everything, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, basically he just wants to know what he can do to make it better. And something about this setup just looks weird. It is clean. Very, very, very clean. I mean, cable management, even down on the floor, he's got everything running perfectly, zip tied, super clean cable management. It's just weird. I don't know if it's the paint of the room. I mean, one big thing that sticks out, I don't know if this really weirded you out, but it looks like he has an extended mouse mat that like kind of curls up, but I know it's not an extended
off
one.
The end of the desk.
Yeah, and he just like has it like roll under to the underneath part. Like, I don't understand why not
use
the whole thing. Yeah, so looking at this, what do you have to say?
Right, the first thing I saw when I saw this, and I always like to go over the first thing, because the first thing, if I walk into a room, if I tell you guys the first thing I see, it's the first thing I see. It's the thing that stands out to me the most. And the thing that stood out to me the most is if you're sat there, you've got 2 nice studio monitors there. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with the phrase studio monitors, they are the speakers he's got either side of his desk. They are speakers for mastering and listening to audio as it was meant to be created by the producer. They're top quality speakers. However, those speakers are meant to be directed right into your ear holes, like right into your ear holes. He needs to get some speaker risers.
Oh yeah.
On those speakers. This setup would look dope as if he had speaker risers underneath those speakers, having them point up to his ears. Number 1, his audio experience would be tenfold, so much better. Mm-hmm. Number 2, this setup would look like he is like seriously into audio production. If I walked in there and I saw he had the risers under his speakers, and I would think, Jesus, this guy must be making some sick beats, yo. I think he must be mastering some cool tracks because those speakers look dope.
Yeah.
And I dig the LEDs. I'm an LED fan.
Yeah.
I'm an LED guy. He's got the white LEDs. It's clean. Cable management is on point, my friend. But what is that mouse mat? What are those?
Yeah, well, I was just reading the chat, and people are saying some people do that because of their wrists, but I still don't think I like that. It just doesn't
I don't
make
know how
sense.
that helps.
Yeah,
Because like if it was going to help your wrist, they usually have like a little bump in them.
yeah, like a little gel pad or something.
Yeah, like a gel pad. Exactly, man. That is exactly what it is. But this,
It just looks
there's nothing there,
Ghetto.
man. Is there? It's not our eyes. It's not our eyes. There is definitely nothing there.
no. It just looks.
There's no gel pad. There's no riser on for his wrist.
Nope. It just looks ghetto. That's how I feel. Again,
Maybe it's his style, Matt. Maybe he's
we're
wanted
just,
that for all of his life.
Maybe we're out of the loop on mouse pads. Maybe it's the
Yeah,
new
maybe
thing.
we are. Maybe this is the new mouse pad fashion coming in
Yeah.
here, and we're just a little bit behind, man.
Yeah,
Maybe we need to
we
educate
gotta work
ourselves.
on that. I'm gonna get one tomorrow. We'll be all set. But I think
We'll be all set, Matt. Yeah, go on.
yeah. My overall thoughts on this is, again, this is personal preference. I think it's the wool color against that desk finish. It just doesn't look good. I do love the
Clash.
white LEDs. Not a lot of people use white because they're like, I gotta do the rainbow. But no, just do white. Like white looks freaking dope here, especially with those studio monitors.
I thought that it was. I thought the white
yeah.
looks really cool.
Oh yeah, and even though the monitor isn't anything spectacular, it's not, oh my god, it's a super expensive monitor. I don't even care. It looks freaking dope, and I like the overall setup. I just think that it's the overall look that, like you said, clashes. It's that color against that desk. I don't know. I'm not a big fan, but I mean, it's up to what they have to say, So.
Yeah, no, I agree entirely with you there, Matt. I mean, he's even got a dope ass wallpaper on his computer. That thing looks cool, man. I want that. Link me that, man, if you're in the chat. But yeah, his desktop looks clean. He's got a nice pair of are they ATH50s?
Looks like it. One of those. One of the audio.
He likes his
technicals.
headphones. He likes his. See, I know this guy likes his audio, so he needs to get those risers for his speakers.
Yeah.
Keyboard doesn't look like it's in the right place.
It does look a little off. It
Yeah,
does.
I think it might be just the angle, Matt. I think it might be the angle of the photo. I really do like the setup, though. This is a very productive setup. It's a very clean setup.
Oh yeah.
But yes, as you've said, the paint on the wall there does clash with the desk.
Yeah. All right, let's do something crazy. Let's go to the last setup. This setup is it's something else. So, okay, let's go to it. Boom, boom. Okay, here it is. Submitted by Jamie. Now, just without knowing anything else about Jamie, looking at this setup, all the different crazy ass things going on, how old do you think he is?
25.
25. He's 19. He's
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you look at this and you automatically think, all right, he's a little bit older. He's probably got some dough. It's probably a long time coming. But overall thoughts, just quick one-liner about this setup. What do you have to say?
Color combination on point. PC on point. Keyboard and mouse, an extended mouse mount on point. Speaker system on point, bar the center speaker being a little bit off. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my sentence.
Yeah, mine would be, because obviously it's an amazing setup and we see that. My complaints in one line would be monitor, boxes on the right side, middle speaker, and I guess what was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, wallpaper. Because and even the curtains. Like, here's the funny thing: this setup is freaking dope. You look at this and you're like, this dude is a bad ass.
It is.
But you look at the
really is.
wallpaper and the curtains and you're like, it's a badass dude in his grandma's basement or something, Like, it just doesn't look like he has like his own little place to put it, which I get it. If you don't have a place to put it and you're making use of the room that you do have, that's fine. And you're only 19, you may not have the ability to redo the whole room, but that's like, it just kind of kills the whole look. But still, even then, I mean, this is like insane. But let's just talk about the monitor. Here's the main problem. If he got a bigger badass monitor, it's gonna cover the internals of the system. It's gonna be a problem.
It is.
So what does he do? What do you think he should do?
Well, as you've said, Matt, literally, this monitor that he's got here, right? It is the monitor. This is the funny thing, Matt. This is the funny thing. It is the monitor that I use to benchmark my PCs. That is my benchmarking monitor. And that is the monitor that he's got right there using for his main display, right? If he has the money to do that to his computer, that thing is insane. He's got brain power to do that. He's got money to do that.
Mm-hmm.
What is that monitor?
What are those?
I bought that for about £40 off eBay, that monitor. I literally use it to benchmark PCs. That's all I use it for. I've got it down there. And I've got it's not the best monitor. I mean, it's 1080p, it's great, but it's just a standard monitor. With a PC of that caliber, like, I feel like with a PC in a game, and you're gaming, you have an experience, and that monitor is a bottleneck for that.
Oh yeah.
That PC could pump out some 4K GTA madness on 20 screens. But he's got a HP display.
It just doesn't add up. It doesn't.
I don't understand,
yeah,
man.
I don't get it. Yeah, and the main problem is, like, here's the thing. If he had a dope monitor that he was able to wall mount, which, first off, how the hell is he even going to do that? He would be able to fix the middle speaker, which would be great, but then he'd be blocking the PC, and it's like, what does he do? It's actually like kind of when someone builds a bridge and they don't realize that they made a big mistake and there's no way to go back and fix it, so the bridge is just going to collapse at some point and they don't know when. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here, because like you said, the peripherals are on point. He's got a blacked out Yeti. He's got dope ass speakers. He's got an insane, like, it looks like Skunkworks from Jay's 2 Cents, which if you guys should tweet this picture of Jay's 2 Cents to see what he thinks. But it's almost like
his chair matches as well. He's gone to lengths to get yellow chair.
Yeah, it's like Wiz Khalifa black and yellow right here. I mean, this is
literally is, man.
Yeah, and it kills me that he put so much time into making the PC so epic that it just completely made it impossible to have the perfect setup. And I might sound like a douche for saying that, but with the monitor like that, and if he was to replace it with something bigger, it's just not going to work. So.
I think he had a dream, he had an ambition to make a computer like that, and massive respect, because I've got a dream and an ambition to make a computer like that, but it's not going to happen because I just cannot do that.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. This guy has had a dream, and he's made his dream, and then he's put his monitor there, and he's just thought, you know what I mean?
Shit.
Yeah, exactly. What he could possibly do, I don't know if he could. Honestly, I don't know if he could do this. But if he could, like, move the whole computer, like, part of it up and screw it all to the wall, and then have a triple monitor setup underneath, dope ass setup, best setup of 2015. That would be insane.
Oh yeah. I just don't know what it is that it's mounted to. Like, if that's possible, then. Yeah, you have to. You need to. There's no other, like, what are you doing with your life right now? Go get that mounted higher. But I don't know if it's possible. That's my only concern.
Neither do I, man. That's the thing. Neither do I. The only other thing he could do is get a nice piece of Perspex plastic and have that as his desk.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen a few people do that, and I think it looks dope. Like, imagine putting your keyboard on top of your, like, just underneath it. You lift your keyboard up, and you're like, that is the baby that is creating what is happening on my screen right now. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean?
There was just one.
If you could do that, then.
Yeah, there was one that was recently tweeted where someone did something just like that, and it's like epic because it's up to date. It's like a brand new October 2015 built PC, which means it's absolutely epic. And I would love to see that, but I also really like how he did this, because not a lot of people do this, and I think we see why now, because it's mainly not the best idea if you're trying to make it work, because that's a lot of weight to support on the wall, so you have to really be careful about all the different parts of it. But by the way, because I saw a few people asking, he did say that the PC is normally covered by a piece of glass. He just took it off for the photo so there was no reflections. So people are wondering, like, oh, stuff's gonna get into the computer, blah blah blah. No, there's usually glass. So yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, that makes a bit more sense then. Yeah. So maybe he can do my second option, which was to have that as the desk.
Yeah.
I just
wonder if he can do that.
I don't know, Matt. I don't know. I would just. The thing is with this, I'm just thinking, with someone with that much brain power to be able to put a beast of a computer like that together, he should be able to, by him being there in that space, feeling his space, he should have been able to do something better with it.
Yeah, because I don't know how that's probably a bitch to pick up and figure out how to mount it on the wall, or even pick up and make it
That
into a
thing's not
desk.
going to be light, Matt.
Oh,
That thing is
no.
going to be heavy as.
Especially with all the liquid in
That
there.
thing.
I mean, that's a scary
Exactly.
thing to do. So, but seriously,
Exactly, Matt, exactly.
bro, dope setup, Jamie. Just think about it a little bit more. Maybe you can make it work.
Just think about the monitor placement. Think about that center speaker placement. That is it.
Find a solution.
Maybe get some new monitors.
Yeah. So that wraps up that. But now we need to go over and show all of the setups and talk about their scores real quick. So here we go. First setup was submitted by Armor, something like that. Amir, I don't know what his name is. We don't really know. So anyways, he got an 85, and he actually, this is going to blow people's minds because, and quickly, let me talk to you about this, Alex. You agree that the scores are fair, right? Like, we did it by category, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people
definitely.
complain that the scores are usually messed up, but we went category by category, and this is what we got. So first place winner isn't even Jamie, who has the dope ass setup. It's actually Armor or Amir, whatever the hell his name is. He got an 85. The next setup submitted by Edwin, he got a 71. Next setup submitted by Lewis, he got a 56. Michael walked away with a 65. Marcus walked away with a 64, and Jamie only walked away with a 78 because at the end of the day, usability, things like that really got, he lost a lot of points there, and that's.
I mean, yeah, exactly, Matt. I mean, the way we mark these setups, the way we score these things, you can have a dope ass setup to look at, but if I can't use the setup in a particular manner, like my speakers aren't in the right place, or my monitor is under par compared to the rest of my setup, it's going to hold you back. It's like the Windows benchmarking system. You benchmark your computer in Windows 7 or 8, and it gives you a Windows index rating. And that Windows index rating is held by the lowest number. So it categorizes like your hard drive, your RAM, your GPU, acceleration. And say if your hard drive comes out lowest, that is your score. That's the bottleneck, and that will be your score. So, we can look at the setup, and it looks awesome, but it might not get the best score. That's what me and Matt are trying to say. Like, these setups, they're scored under different categories, and usability and out of sight, out of mind, and we've got cable management, all these different categories which we have to look at to mark these setups. There's a lot more that goes into it than just saying, he's going to get this. He's just going to get this.
Yeah.
We go through it and we do it properly, don't we, Matt? We don't mess about.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why people get angry that it's like, why didn't they get 100? That thing is dope. It's because it's really not the best. So that's, just a little explanation on the scoring system. So you know that we're not just, salty that that's not our setup. We're just doing it the way we should. So, yeah. So Alex, dude, thanks for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
No, dude, it's absolutely, I love coming on the show. It's awesome.
Well, I'm going to have you on again soon because this was a lot of fun. So thanks, guys, for tuning in to episode 56, recorded live on October 16th, 2015. Don't forget to check out all the links down below. If you don't, for some reason, know who Alex is, which I saw someone tweet that once. They're like, oh, I found Alex because of swashin. I'm like, what? How? I mean, you're like insanely huge now, and it's an honor to talk to you, man. I really do appreciate it.
Pimp My Setup, this show's getting like, I tune into this show regularly, man. I come in every week to watch the show, and we're hitting like 500 viewers each show, which is absolutely awesome.
Yeah,
there's a great community out there for the setups.
Oh yeah.
So, it's great. It's such a good show you've got here, Matt. And
thanks,
I
man.
appreciate you doing these, man. It's great for the community.
Thanks, dude. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the flippity flop. Boom. All right, so we are, of course, still live, guys. I don't know. I'm probably going to get off in like 10 minutes anyway, so if you want to stay on for the next 10 minutes, talk to the people in the chat. Let's see. Guys, if you have any questions for Alex real quick before we hop off, let me know, and I will ask him on your behalf.
Yeah, not a problem, guys. I'd love to answer some of your guys' questions.
Yeah, let's see.
Even if they're just stupid questions.
Oh, you like stupid questions?
Fire away.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Let's see what people have to say. Of course, we have to wait for the delay for the questions to actually come in.
So Matt, what's your opinion on? Did you do a few shows over on Twitch or not?
I did, but once YouTube fixed their live streaming and added more features,
it's got a lot better, hasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very stable. I really like it. My only complaint is like the moderator aspect. If you make a new event, you have to add the moderators every single time.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay,
which is so annoying. But other than that, it's freaking great. I've had no problems. Okay, here we go. Whoa, a lot of questions. Here we go. Let's see. Can you lick the microphone? Do you want to lick your microphone for them or no?
I'll lick my microphone for them.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Someone said, congrats on 250K.
Thank you.
Let's see. Are you using your new PC? Yeah, right?
I'm using it right now to Skype you, Matt. Yes, it is in full working order.
And how do you like it? Is it dope?
It is a beast. Yeah, looks and usability. I mean, I've been working for clients all day, so I haven't really had a chance to test this thing out properly. Still installing programs on it. As you know, my internet cut out halfway through the stream. My internet's been awful, so it's been a right issue trying to get all my my Premiere and Photoshop downloaded and all my games back on here. But we will get there, and we will test this machine, this monster out soon.
Nice. Yeah, it looked pretty dope. I tuned in a little bit to the live stream last night. That was cool.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah. Let's see. What are you drinking?
What am I drinking? Okay, I have here water, because I had a headache earlier, and Matt was like, I'm gonna call you, and I was like, wait, I need water. And I've got here a Budweiser.
Nice.
There you go. That's
There
what
you
I'm
go,
drinking.
yeah. Nice. People are saying
It's Friday night, why not?
Yeah. Are you sponsored by Budweiser?
I am not sponsored by Budweiser, no.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It will happen. All right, let's see. Oh, what's your opinion on the Swagway ban?
Opinion on the Swagway ban, right? Just don't even think about the Swagway ban, right? The law hasn't, right? Everyone's been telling false information. Let me tell you it right. You're hearing it here first, live on Pimp My Setup. The law that bans the Swagways is 80 years old, right? It's not a new law that's come in, right?
Really?
And the law that bans the Swagways is the same law that also bans bikes from being used on pavements. But I still ride my bike on the pavement. I see everyone doing it. Honestly, if you went on a Swagway in town on a pavement, nothing will happen. I saw a video the other day, and there was this guy, and he was getting a police officer in the middle of town to have a go on his Swagway, and he was showing him how to use it. The police don't even know. The police don't even know about the law. Nothing's changed. Social media again has done its thing that it's wonderful at, and has blown this thing up, which it shouldn't have.
Oh yeah, because now it's going to be an issue if they keep it up. But yeah, I saw something about like you're allowed to ride it in the streets, but then you're not allowed to ride it in the streets because you can't get a license for it. So
correct, yeah. So it's a motorized vehicle, so you're not allowed to ride it on the road, but you're also not allowed to ride a vehicle such as a bike or a Swagway on the pavement.
It's so weird. I don't know.
So it's just a mishmash of laws and everyone's blowing it out of proportion. It doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, here in America, I don't think anything has happened yet because.
No, see, America are half decent. They just don't care. It's fine over in America. But in England, everything's an issue.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here's another good question from Cookie. He says, what do you get when you go for a cheeky Nando?
What do I get when I go for a cheeky Nando? Right. I get, you know what? I've forgotten what it's called. It's called like just like the bonus thing. It's just chicken. It's just like a chicken thing, and it's like this big. It's like as big as my hand clenched up like that, like that. And it's just pure chicken. And then I get chips, and sometimes I get mashed potato, but I'm not a huge fan. But yeah, that and chips. That's what I get when I go for a cheeky Nando.
It's funny. I remember last episode, everyone kept saying cheeky Nandos. I'm like, what the hell is
that? Was a thing,
Nando?
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Last episode. Wow. Okay. Yeah. It's a long time ago.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Where did you get your shirt? Well, isn't it your shirt? Like,
that is my shirt. So you can head over to my store if you want. It's on my website, www.marsbar.co.uk, and it's got a store and you can buy all my shirts and stuff.
You could be just like Alex right now. You could wear.
You could be just like me.
Yeah.
You could be just like me with this shirt on if you wanted to. Head over to my website.
All right. Let's see. Someone said, "Did you get your Apple Watch fixed?"
I did. I bought myself a brand new strap.
You're wearing it right now.
I'm wearing it right now, and it's all on. It's all fixed.
Boom. Let's see. Oh, talk a little bit about your before we head off. A little bit about the garage setup kind of thing that you're looking to do.
Right. Okay. I didn't think this was going to pop up. I didn't think this was going to be a thing, but it is. Oh, yeah. So, pretty much, a lot of my subscribers, probably 90% of you, came from my Ultimate Setup series, and it's how I. Actually, no, it's not how I knew you, Matt, is it? I knew you before this.
Yeah, before, yep.
I knew you before. Anyway, a lot of my subscribers came from my 3-part series of building the ultimate setup, and at the same time, it also received a lot of hate because people said I was like getting money off my dad or something, which isn't the case. I got my own limited company and I do promotional videos. Nevertheless, I want to do another series like that because people really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be converting my garage a lot like what you're doing with the shed, Matt.
Yeah.
But with a different concept, and it's going to be like a den. It's going to be like a getaway. And what we're doing is I've teamed up with GT Omega, and they're sending out a racing simulator. We're going to get a 1080p projector up in there with a 100-inch screen, so you can sit in a racing simulator in the garage with a 100-inch screen in front of you and play racing games. And we're going to get a sofa so you can Netflix and chill in there if you want to. It's going to be surround sound, and it's just going to be an all-around fun, messy series. It's not a serious thing. It's just going to be,
It's because you can.
hands down, just because we can, and it's going to be something we can all interact on, and because this is why I love the setup. The setup, I'm sure you'll agree, Matt. The setup community on YouTube, bar the people that hate on people with good setups, the setup community is one of the best communities out there. I bloody love it, Matt. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of good people.
It is. We've got the Facebook page, Setup Addicts, and
it's just good
everyone
when
interacts on there. It's really cool.
When they like to just help each other. I mean, that's what it's all about, you know.
Exactly.
We don't care if your setup blows. We're just here to like help you make it better. You don't need to have the top of the line stuff. Just, cable management, something. I know last episode you really were all about cable management. And I hate when people get so pissed off. They're like, all they did was talk about cable management. It's like, do you know how big of a difference cable management makes on your setup?
Well, look at these. Look, these are braided cables for inside my computer. You hardly ever look inside your computer, but I care. It's something I care about.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. More airflow, things like that. So might as well make it the best it could be. So,
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys, you have one more question before we hop off. Let's see what people have to say. How old are both of you?
I'm 18. How old are you, Matt?
I'm 19. So we're like almost best friends. Look at that.
We're best friends.
All right, let's see. The last thing that people have to say. What is the best way to get money for a PC? Drugs. Just sell them.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, you can make a lot of money, man. I don't know from personal experience. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Okay, last good question, like a legitimate question. Let's see.
Legitimate.
Yeah.
What's this? Setup Addicts. Setup with dicks. What?
I think it's because
people's brains really confuse me.
Because you say, like, you guys say addicts different than we do. You say addict. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. It's like aluminium and aluminum, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's aluminum, but it's okay. All right. Okay, here's the last question, Alex. What is your thoughts on dad ass? That's literally a question.
Dad ass.
Yeah.
Is top notch.
Top notch.
The cable management in dead ass is top notch. Oh, and that's all I've got to say about that.
I don't even want to think about what the cable management has to do with, but use your imagination. All right, guys.
Use your imagination on that one, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna hop off. I am going to tweet something at Matt Philly. If you guys favorite it, I will choose one of you guys to send. Actually, I'll choose maybe 3 or 4 of you guys to get swashin stickers. I do this every episode, so I will tweet it after the show. If you favorite it, I will DM 3 or 4 of you guys. So that's hype. Again, Alex, dude, thanks so much for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Awesome. All right, guys. Oh, actually, last question. How many days until the Segway giveaway ends? Swagway, whatever.
12.
12. Okay. There you go, guys, because I saw a million questions about that. All right, guys. See you later.